Can we meet you?
Hi, I'm Faiz Bashir, the CEO of FlexiSAF.
Okay, so tell me, what do you guys do at FlexiSAF?
So FlexiSAF is an edtech company, and we are focused in education majorly. So we provide software solutions to help schools and education administrators, parents, and students, in improving quality of learning.
Okay, so mind telling us how long you've been doing this?
So we've been doing this for a decade now. So we started fully in 2010, I would say. But I actually started even before then, while I was still a student, in the university, or even before my university days. So I was fortunate to have access or learn about programming, in my early teenage ages, and since then, my passion to solve problems, I think is the genesis of FlexiSAF.
Okay, that's good. So you've run FlexiSAF from a very point where it's still a baby to this very stage, and right now we're visiting the new FlexiSAF office, and it's really wonderful, I must say. So for you, what has been the key thing about this journey for you?
So I think it's really about the passion, focus and commitment. Right? So because of the passion to solve problem, unfortunately, for me, and for all of us in FlexiSAF, by destiny, we started with education solutions. And while we were doing that, we realized that education really is one of the most important things in life. And technology, is also the tool now in this age, in 21st century, right, to really solve challenges. And especially in Nigeria, we are all aware of the big problems we have, the challenges of education. So the passion, to solve these problems and also to solve the educational challenges in Nigeria, is what has kept us going. And then secondly, the focus, like I mentioned. So I recall, since early days where, people come with different ideas or opportunities, especially in those days when, very few people are actually into software. And so they come with ideas, oh, let's do this, let's do that. There's this opportunity here and there, but we always tell them if it's not education, really is not our core area. So that focus, has really helped us in getting us where we are today. And of course, the commitment. So we are all highly committed to this cause because we believe it's a noble cause, and it's something that will be able to contribute significantly in the development of Nigeria.
Interesting. So for FlexiSAF, what's the culture built around?
Uh, so the culture is really, open and friendly environment. We are like one family. So we believe, the workplace is not like, it's difficult to separate that completely from, your personality. So we feel that whether you are at home or whether you're at workplace, you should be, excited about what you're doing. You shouldn't feel like this is a burden. Like I always tell my colleagues, I can't imagine someone, having to battle himself every morning to wake up to come to work. Right? So every morning I feel highly energized. I look forward to come to work, meet the exciting FlexiSAF, staff stars, and keep moving. So it's not something like a burden. We enjoy what we are doing, and we are really looking at the big goal at the end of the day, how to make impact.
Interesting. So you've run FlexiServe, and then we largely believe that it's been very successful in the education space, and then it's beyond just what it's outside; it also starts from within. So, do you want to tell us what your role is as a CEO, like what you do every day as a CEO of the company?
Yeah. So fortunately for me, I really went through the startup journey, even long before, the startup keyword was not really popular in Nigeria, and not because I went to a startup school, in those days and so on. So my role have been changing over time. So when we started early, it's really about just to solve them, to build something, right? We wanted to build something out there to see that is usable, there's a product market fit, our schools using it, is it solving their problems? So yeah, when we started, my hands were really dirty, so I used to write a lot of code, spending, weekends, overnight writing code and so on. So eventually, as we are growing, I realized that, okay, it's not about, one or two superstars. It's about effective team, that work together to come up with this solution. So my roles started changing, and it's now about, okay, identifying the right people that we can come together to keep growing these things, and so on. So, and currently, just fast forward, I think my major role now is just how to keep the vision alive, how to keep reminding people this is our goal, this is what we are trying to achieve, how to keep motivating, people around, how to attract more like minds that are excited about solving educational problems. So I think majorly that's my role now, and fortunately we have very capable and excited team. So I don't even have to be so much involved in, oh, let's do this, what's the next innovative things we need to do. So there's this autonomy at the team level, and they're able to drive things.
Okay, great. So with growth comes a lot of processes that needs to work with it. So would you say growth is influencing the vision or the culture in any way?
Uh, Definitely, when as you grow, there are more challenges, right? Like how to ensure that everyone is aligned, to your priorities, your main objective, and so on. And there could be, one or two misalignments that you have to keep, figuring out and solving that. So, but for us, I think for the past 5 years or so now, since 2014, we've identified or came across objectives and key results, OKRs. So while I was reading How Google Works by Eric Schmidt, I learned that Google uses OKR, and since then, I fell in love with it. And we never, every 4 months, we develop OKRs in FlexiSAF. And what that helps us to do is, at the company level, we set these objectives. These are our priorities for this term. Then each department and teams also come up with their own objectives in alignment with the company's objectives. And every individual, from myself, to the last person, we come up with our own individual objectives, all in alignment with our current priorities. So that has really helped us to manage the growth, easily, and stay focused without distractions, and everyone easily understand, where we are going to.
Okay. So my final question would be, over the years, has there been any regrets? Has there been any key lessons that you've learned? And what would you like to change if need be?
To be honest, I can't say there's any regret. Of course, there are always challenges, that you overcome. You can't have a very, perfect day, throughout the year and over the years, right? But for me, what is really consoling, and exciting is that we've realized, business is not just about, making money. There's more to it. It's really how can we use, the workplace, as a force for good in the world. How can we use that, to improve people's lives and so on. And we also understand that this is really an infinite game. So we are not looking at, oh, from now to 5 or 10 years, how can we quickly exit, cash out and all of those things. So our focus really is about the impact we will continue to make. And as long as, we find it exciting, we are passionate about doing this, and we are, measuring our progress, day in, day out, we are improving, so we don't, there's really little to make you regret, because you are looking at a bigger end goal, how to be socially responsible, and make a positive lifelong impact on people.
Thank you so very much, Faiz. I'm really nice having this conversation with you, and I'm sure that with what FlexiSAF is doing, I see FlexiSAF going into places. And we're excited being part of the journey.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Nice having you.